What you're seeing here is an image of the cosmic microwave background, the earliest image we have of the universe. That's the speckled stuff you see. The red band of light is actually coming from the Milky Way, much closer by. But now we're going to zoom in and see this image in much greater detail. And you see, zoomed in, there are all these red dots. Those are galaxies. Now, if we flip the color scale, you see them show up as blue spirals and red dots. This is what it would look like without our new data with the previous satellite image. But here, with our new refined image, you see it come into greater focus. Now we're going to slowly move across the sky. You see it covered in these dots, every one of them a galaxy, actually hosting a huge black hole and sending out giant amounts of jets that produce that spot of light. And we're moving across, and now we're going to come and see a couple of interesting things in the sky. Here we get these orange lobes from Fornax A, this radio emission coming out in jets, and tiny radio lobes up higher. And so you're seeing these red and these blue dots, and each of those are distant galaxies. The very dark blue dots are in fact galaxy clusters, huge gatherings of many, many galaxies. But it's the cloudy stuff behind that's maybe the most mysterious and magical, which is the very early universe. We'll come back to that because what's happening here is the purple image, and that's the Milky Way. Here we've zoomed in on the Orion Nebula, emitting light in the millimeter range that we see with our telescope. And you see these beautiful filaments of dust sending out light from the Milky Way galaxy. And here's the Rosette Nebula, this beautiful ring of light coming from this ancient star. Now we're moving away from the Milky Way into this grey cloudiness, and that's light from the beginning of the universe itself. These clouds will be the very beginnings of what will later form the first galaxies, the first stars. They're ripples millions of light years across, where the density will eventually pull in and form the very first objects. This flips to a view where you just see these points, which is where you pull out these galaxies in front that are equivalently interesting. Now we flip to the polarization that we see from this microwave background, a brand new view of the universe back when it was only 500,000 years old. This is what was seen before by the Planck satellite, quite a noisy view with less sensitivity, and now here is how we see it now with ACT. This is a brand new image of the universe at 500,000 years, and it shows us how the gases were moving and falling in to the very first objects, the very first overdense regions to form the very first galaxies and stars. And we haven't seen it in this resolution before, and so it's thrilling to us to get this new view of the sky.